This week we read in the Torah Parashat Yitro, the parsha of the Mount Sinai, the presence of a few million people standing and hearing from Hashem, the Aseres Hadibros, translated in English as the Ten Commandments. Story is told about a rabbi who was hired to be the rabbi of a certain community in a certain city, and the custom in that community was when a new rabbi took position of leading the community, he was asked to write his takanot, his vision, with what he sees, where he sees this community going, and what exactly does he want as a mission statement, and not only as a mission statement, but what does he want to see this community improving and getting better at. So he was given that book to put in his page, and he wrote down the 10 Commandments. When the hiring committee and the executive board of directors, the council, has seen what he has written, they told him, Rabbi, we want something new, something unique to you. We know the 10 Commandments. This we know. That's not unique. What is your vision? What is it that you want from us? To which he replied and he said, that's exactly what my unique vision is, and what I want to see this community going to is going back to simple ABC, to the Aleph base, to the 10 Commandments, and what the 10 Commandments stand for. I'm not looking for anything new, just the 10 Commandments and what they stand for. That's my vision. That's what I want. I've said many times, and I call upon everyone, each and every one of you, to take a few moments on this Shabbos, sit down with your family, take out a book, and if you don't have a book of the Torah in your home, which you should get, but if you don't yet, then print out the 10 Commandments from the webpage chabadalberta.org, chabad.org, 10 Commandments, and learn the 10 Commandments. Read the 10 Commandments with your own family, on your own, and refresh your mind about what the 10 Commandments are. If you memorize them, learn them a little deeper. Simply the 10 Commandments, that's what God has chosen to tell us. For whatever reason, from all the mitzvahs, God has chosen these 10 Commandments as being the pillar of light, the key, the foundation to the entire Torah. The Rebbe explains something very interesting. In the Hayom Yom, in the calendar that the Rebbe has written in 1943 with a thought for every day. So the lesson for the day of Thursday of this week of Parashat Yitro, the Rebbe says there is a huge difference and a basic difference between human-made laws and godly-made laws. Human-made laws are based on what is happening in our society, in our city, in our country, in our culture. Based on the times, we have to develop laws in order to maintain society. That's why 100 and 200 years ago, there was no driving traffic laws. Now we have cars, we have traffic laws. Air traffic laws didn't exist 200 years ago, now they do. World Wide Web. Laws and guidelines of The internet didn't exist before. Now we have no choice. We have to put them together. No wonder that the world is confused in the last 10 months in guidelines how to face, how to fight, how to overcome the very unfortunate pandemic that we're dealing with over the last year. Everyone is in the dark. The scientists, governments, the law writers of the entire world. Confusion to no end. The law that existed and that was true 10 months ago is not necessarily true today. Things change. Everyone is doing their best in addressing the current pandemic, the current situation. And in every country in a different time and a different way. Because they're human laws that are coming after the fact. The godly law, the mitzvahs, the Torah, the Ten Commandments are the manuscript and the manual of the world. Those laws are not there in order to make live in a world. Those laws are the ones who are setting the tone for the world, for the natural world to exist. In other words, and as this very simple example of the Ten Commandments, and I'll mention two of them. One is honor your father and your mother, not because we have a father and a mother who are doing so much for us, that's why we need to honor them. That's not the way it is in the Torah. It is because Hashem wants us to honor a father and a mother. That's why He created the world in such a way, in a natural way, that there is a father and a mother who are giving birth to a child, and the child has a father and a mother, with God's help. And the same is with Shabbos. It's not that because we have weekdays where we work hard, so we need to rest on Shabbos. The Torah says clearly that that's not the reason. The reason for the day of Shabbos, not in one place of the Torah, does the Torah says in order for you to rest from your hard work. But because God rested, that's why Hashem wants us to rest. So does the fact change that today perhaps the world is easier, the 6 days of work are easier than what it was 1,000 and 2,000 years ago, perhaps? So does that mean that the laws of Shabbos have changed? Shabbos is not in order for us to have a day of rest. Shabbos is in order to connect to Hashem the way Hashem wants us to connect to Him. The way the Torah dictates and tells us what is God's desire. During the week you have it easier, thank God. But Shabbos is Shabbos. Shabbos was, is, and will be. That's how we need to look at the Ten Commandments. That's how we need to look at the Torah. And that's the Torah, Chayenu ve'orech yamenu. That's how Torah is guiding our life, not coming as after we have a life. Then we need also the Torah. We have a Torah, and the life is here to help the Torah of Hashem materialize itself. Thank you very much. Good Shabbos, Shabbat Shalom. And may God bring the ultimate healing to the pandemic, and may we celebrate always, every day in good health. By the way, the Torah says, we taught in the Talmud, that at Mount Sinai, Yarda refuah la'olam, everyone got healed. The world got healed. We hope and pray that this Shabbos, miraculously, or whatever it takes, Hashem will bring a healing to the world at large, and to each and every one, in particular, who needs refuah shlema, a complete recovery.